In this class, we will see some important terms and definitions in illumination engineering. The 12th term is illuminance. When brightness is considered in terms of measurable quantity, the term illuminance is employed. Bigger unit of illuminance is stilb, which is defined as candles per meter square. The 13th term is uniform diffuse source. A uniform diffuse source is one in which intensity per unit projected area is the same from all direction of view. The 14th term is illumination level. The term means the amount of illumination or light required to do a job satisfactorily. The 15th term is reflection of light. When a light falls on a polished surface, the light may partially reflected. This phenomenon is known as reflection of light. This is the incident ray. The ray or appearance, it is reflected. This phenomenon is called reflection of light. The 16th term is specular reflection. When the surface is smooth and perfectly reflecting, all the light is reflected. That is, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. In this case, a sharp image of the source also appears in the surface. This is known as specular refraction. This produces brightness of the surface and is responsible for direct glare in eyes. The 17th term is diffuse reflection. When light is incident on rough surface, then it is scattered or diffused in all directions, and hence no image of the source is formed. Such a reflection is known as diffuse reflection. The 18th term is glare. It may be defined as the brightness within the field of vision, such a character as to cause annoyance, discomfort, interference with the vision, or eye fatigue. The 19th term is lamp efficiency. Lamp efficiency is defined as the ratio of luminous flux to the power input. The 20th term is specific consumption. It is defined as the ratio of power input to the average candle power. It is expressed in watts per candela. The 21st term is mean horizontal candle power, MHCP. It is defined as the mean of candle powers in all directions in the horizontal plane containing the source of light. 22nd is MSCP, mean spherical candle power. It is defined as the mean of candle powers in all directions in all planes from the source of light. The 23rd term is mean hemispherical candle power, MHSCP. It is defined as the mean of candle powers in all directions above or below the horizontal plane passing through the source of light. The 24th term is steradian. It is the unit of solid angle and is defined as the solid angle that subtends a surface on the sphere equivalent to the square of radius. 25th term is color. The sensation of color is due to the difference in wavelength of the light radiation. Now we will see some important factors in illumination engineering. First is relative luminosity factor. The sensitivity of eye is yellowish green radiation is taken as unity or 10%, and the sensitivity to the other wavelength is expressed as a fraction or percentage of it. The relative sensitivity at a wavelength lambda is written K into lambda and is known as relative sensitivity. Number 2, reduction factor. This is the ratio of mean spherical candle power to mean horizontal candle power. That is, reduction factor is equal to MSCP divided by MHCP. Number 3rd is reflection factor. This is the ratio of reflected light to the total incident light on a surface. Reflection factor is equal to amount of reflected light divided by total incident light. Number 4, utilization factor. The ratio of total lumens receiving the working plane to the total lumens given out by the lamp. So this is waste light factor. It is also called as coefficient of utilization. It is the ratio of light incident on the working surface to the total light emitted by the source. 6th is maintenance factor. It is the ratio of illumination under normal working conditions to the illumination when the things are perfectly clean. 7th term is depreciation factor. This is the reverse of maintenance factor and is defined as the ratio of initial meter candle to the ultimate maintained meter candles on the working plane. Its value is more than unity. 8th term is absorption factor. In places where atmosphere is full of smoke and fumes, such as foundries, there is a possibility of absorption of light. The rate of total lumens available after absorption to the total lumens emitted by the source of light is called absorption factor. The 9th term is beam factor. The ratio of lumens in the beam of a projector to the lumens given out by the lamp is called beam factor. This factor takes into account the absorption of light by reflector and the front glass of projector lamp. Its value varies from 0.3 to 0.6. The 10th term is space height ratio, SHR. It is defined as the ratio of horizontal distance between adjacent lamps and the height of their mountings. Now we will derive the relation between illumination, luminous intensity and brightness. We know that illumination E is equal to pi by A, that is lumens per meter square. Luminous intensity is equal to pi by omega, lumens per steradian. And omega, solid angle, is equal to capital A divided by R square, that is area by R square. Brightness B or L is equal to I, luminous intensity divided by apparent area, that is equal to I by A cos theta. How can I get A cos theta? I, luminous intensity in direction OP, this is OP, be 1 lumen per steradian on an area A. The projected area will be A cos theta. That is horizontal component, A cos theta, where theta is the angle between normal to the surface and the direction of vision. Let us consider a uniform diffuse sphere with radius r meters. At the center, a source of 1 candle power and the luminous intensity I is equal to I candela. That is, therefore, brightness L is equal to I by pi r square. We know that luminous intensity I is equal to pi by omega. I can rewrite pi is equal to I into omega. This is pi is equal to I into omega. Solid angle subtended by sphere at its center omega is equal to A by r square. Area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Therefore, omega is equal to 4 pi r square by r square is equal to 4 pi steradians. Therefore, E is equal to pi by A. Instead of pi, I can write I into omega. This is pi is equal to I into omega. I write I into omega by A. That is equal to omega is equal to 4 pi. I into 4 pi divided by 4 pi r square. Illumination is equal to luminous intensity divided by r square. Here I found for this case the brightness L is equal to I by pi r square. Here E is equal to I multiply and divide by pi, I by pi r square into pi is equal to L into pi. Here I by pi r square is equal to L for this case. Therefore E is equal to pi into L. The relationship between E, I and L is equal to, that is illumination is equal to pi times brightness L. Now you see the relation between phase angle and the solid angle. Phase angle is theta, solid angle is omega. Let the segment ABC subtend a solid angle omega and the lines OA and OC subtend a plane angle theta at the center O of the circle. Here this is theta, this is theta by 2, this is theta by 2, this is radius r. The distance between O to this point is x, this point to this point is h. Therefore, radius r is equal to x plus h and x is equal to r minus h. Now I draw this diagram. This is radius r, this is x, this diagram. R, x, this is theta by 2. Therefore, cos theta by 2 is equal to x by r. I know x is equal to r minus x. Cos theta by 2 is equal to r minus h divided by r. Now, r into cos theta by 2 is equal to r minus h. Therefore, h is equal to r minus r into cos theta by 2. Here the term r is common. I take it out. R into 1 minus cos theta by 2. That is h. h is equal to r into 1 minus cos theta by 2. Here this is a omega. Omega is equal to surface area of segment ABC divided by r square. The surface area of the segment is 2 pi r into h divided by r square. R get cancelled. The solid angle omega is equal to 2 pi h by r. Already I know the value. H is equal to r into 1 minus cos theta by 2. I substitute in the formula. Omega is equal to 2 pi r into 1 minus cos theta by 2 divided by r. R get cancelled. Finally, I will get 2 pi into 1 minus cos theta by 2. Solid angle omega is equal to 2 pi into 1 minus cos theta by 2. Where theta is the phase angle. Now we will discuss about brightness. Consider a small area capital A. This is small area capital A and a point P in a hemisphere. Assume it to be a perfect diffuser. So brightness B due to the source placed at point O is same in all directions. The projected area along the source is equal to A cos theta. Luminous intensity I is equal to brightness B into A cos theta. Therefore, B or L is equal to luminous intensity divided by A cos theta. Now take a zone of hemisphere between theta and theta plus d theta. Put together. The width of the zone of hemisphere is r into d theta. This is the width. The length is equal to 2 pi r sin theta. Area of the zone is equal to width into length. 2 pi r into sin theta into r into d theta. That is equal to 2 pi r square sin theta d theta. We know that omega is equal to area divided by r square. 2 pi r into sin theta into r into d theta. That is equal to 2 pi r square sin theta d theta. We know that omega is equal to area divided by r square. 2 pi r into sin theta into r into d theta. That is equal to area divided by r square. 2 pi r square sin theta into r into d theta. 2 pi r square sin theta d theta by r square get cancelled. We will get 2 pi sin theta d theta. The luminous flux passing through the zone is equal to I into omega. We know that I is equal to pi by omega. Therefore, pi is equal to I into omega. This is the I into omega. Here pi is equal to I b into a into cos theta into omega 2 pi sin theta d theta. Therefore, total flux pi in the hemisphere will be found by integrating this expression from 0 to pi by 2. I will get pi is equal to pi into b into a. A is the area, b is the brightness. Therefore, b is equal to pi by pi into a. That is, this is from this equation. Therefore, b is equal to pi by a. Here, flux is equal to candle power into omega. That is equal to total candles. Therefore, b is equal to total candles divided by pi into area. That can be written as b is equal to 1 by pi candles per unit area. Therefore, brightness B is equal to 1 by pi candles per unit area. The entire notes is available in the description column. Please go through it. With this, I conclude my lecture. Thanks for listening.